fine, fair call.
And the rest of them just carry around spraying everything with red paint. The way that they conducted it was not planned out properly, and so it resulted in a lot of violence that I think, you know, it is easily foreseeable that if you're going to go in with sledgehammers, that's not a good idea. You don't raise sledgehammers above your head, it's mental. So, yeah, I really don't like the way they conducted it.
So, to answer that in short, the actions of the individuals within Palestine Action, some of them very disgusting, very poor. However, we defend their rights to... Thank you, mate. Oh, amazing. Oh, that's very kind, mate. Thank you, mate. Have a lovely day. Cheers.
Thank
Thank you very much. Have a lovely day. Hi, my name is...
I lied about the title. It's not a video essay. I did lie. Oh, I said I am sorry. Oh, it is not good. Oh. Yeah. I do have a few things to talk about. I have written them down so I don't forget. I will read them in a minute. For me, they're more bullet points. For you, it's half an hour for each one of them. That, to that, to that. I will talk in a minute. Just give me a minute here. I'm just busy. Oh, I also wanted to do this. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'll take this little bit of a mood changer. I guess we'll find out if it works in a minute. I do have a plan for it though. It is up there. It is up there. I left a thing. Hiding away. I'm going to tell you about someone I know called Chris. And this person, I've known of this person for quite some time. Maybe a year now, maybe a little bit longer. And when I first met him last year, his mother died shortly after I'd met him. I say shortly after, like 5 months or so. But when his mum died, he got a little weird. And then he started to become really mystical and spiritual. Then he started trying to sound smart and intelligent, and it was not working. Especially when he was talking to me, it definitely didn't work then. You're going to have to give me a minute here, doing stuff. That is not what I wanted. Oh, it gets real thin. Oh, that's why it gets thin. There we go. That looks a lot more. That looks so much more, I don't know. Cinematic might be the word. I think that is the word. The word. Right there, let's pull up my notes. Got it. So, Chris. And he started getting into his spiritual side. And as he gets deeper and deeper into it, he starts to fall for this guy called Gad Sad. Or Sad Gad, whatever you want to name him. You know who I'm talking about. And he got enamoured by this man. And then Chris starts talking to me, telling me all these new things that he's learned. And it's always about, hey man, did you know that we've become one? We're all the same thing, rolling through life together, and everything's great. And I'm like, yeah. I'm glad you think that, buddy. I'm glad you've got that. Here's the problem though, man. Here's the only problem with any of that. It's not your thoughts. You're not the one who came up with the ideas. You're not the one who's come up with that explanation. You've been told it and you've taken it on board. But what I want you to remember, listening to me, is that this guy listens to Gad Sad and takes his words as full-on teaching. That's what it does. Keep that in mind, okay? It don't mean anything here or there at the moment. And over this time, he's found that the wave of life is different. And when he started doing this, the first thing I said to him, he was about 2 months into it, and the first thing I said to him was, look mate, you feel great. You feel great, don't you? Life's fantastic. Your blood's pumping, your heart's pumping, you're thinking, you're happy. You know, things in the past, they are in the past, they are in your head, but you've dealt with them and you feel happier. And he's like, yeah, I do, I feel great. And I was like, this is warning number one. The first warning, and the only one anyone's ever going to give you about this shit. Whenever you dip, whenever you're riding high and you go, boop, that small dip, because of that newfound height, that's going to feel like you've dropped a ton of bricks. That's going to feel like you're so far down, you've gone way past where you was. Oof, you don't want that. But that's not true, because you've already made the journey going up, okay? You've already gotten to that height. When you fall a little bit, your hand is still up there. You can still pull yourself up. You can always do that. See, when someone hits rock bottom, that's when everything in their grasp has gone. That's rock bottom. In the spiritual sense, you can't let go. It's not possible to let go. Once you learn something, you kind of go with it. It's the same with people in religion. And I tried guiding him through this, and he's like, oh, I'm doing meditation, I'm learning this, I'm learning that, I'm doing sleep therapy. I'm like, yeah, cool. I'm glad that you're thinking this way, mate. I'm glad it's working out for you. I'm glad you're pulling yourself together and you're not falling into the traps of depression, anxiety. You're not falling into the traps of mental loss, physical loss, especially with your mum. You know, so I had to keep telling him these things, and I'm always giving him good advice. And not once did I ever say anything like, you suck at this. Oh, hello, Sam. How are you doing? Hello, Sam. Triple S. Oh, I've seen you before. Welcome back. Welcome back, Sam. It's good to have you back. I haven't seen your name in a while. I got kicked off of YouTube. I ended up getting a strike. I got a community strike for the first time in like 15 years. And it was for having music on in the background that even I couldn't hear. I was in the middle of talking, something on in the background. Bear in mind, normally I play with the music just playing. Never been told off once. I got told off. And they kicked me off of YouTube. So I'm back now. It's only been a week. But I'm back now. Anyway, I'm going back to my story about this guy, Chris. Or I can hold off. What's on your mind, Sam? Are you alright? Did you finish your game? My engine, that's right. Now, here's the thing, Sam. I wasn't making a game. It was an engine, okay? So, I want to show you something now. Oh, I can't believe you're doing this to me. You're pulling this out of me. So that game is two things. It's 3D and it's 2D, isn't it? I am going to try and make a 3D game out of that same engine. And if I can, just make anything basic 3D, I'm going to try and package the engine and just sell it to people. Just sell it. Perpetuity rights, you can have it for as long as you possibly need it. But only the definition that I give, only the addition that I give. Whenever I update it, it changes. Yeah, my game engine. It's doing great, mate. It's doing great. All I have to do is draw a lot of stuff. I need to draw more levels, more assets. I need to make new character sprites and stuff for when they change levels or powers, something. I need to do something. But other than that, it's just drawing now. It's just draw. And it's pixel art as well. But it's doing good, man. Thank you for asking. Thank you for the reminder. Does the title of this video call you for your attention? Gnosticism and Spiritualism? Does that ring anything for you to be interested in? Just curious. But dude, thank you for coming back as well, though. You didn't have to click, but you did. It's a win for me. And I like this this little lighty smoke thing I've got going on here, so I think this is a bit more of a atmosphere. I like this. But I do need to take a nasty shit, and I have no toilet roll, so I have to run off to the shop to go get some. I think I've got enough. But yeah, does the title interest you? Are you at all interested in this kind of idea and subject? If you are, I can just reiterate what I've done. But I really wasn't expecting to need to take a nasty shit. I think it's going to come out like Niagara Falls, and it's going to look like a load of people going over the edge. Just little splashes. You know what I'm talking. It's going to be bad. It's going to be real bad. I'm describing it to you because it's funnier that way. I don't know why. Just is. It's just is. Yeah, I'm just smoking and passing the time, matey. I'm not doing anything special. If you want that, I can give you access to that engine. I can let you get a piece of it, and you can change the levels to your liking. Oh man, that's not good. I might not make it to the shop, you know. What time are we on? Oh, is that it? Oh, my stomach. Oh, it's been really, really warm today outside, man. It cooked me. Can you see how cooked I've become? I'm looking at myself, by the way, because I can just see how red all of this is. It's ridiculous. And I've noticed now, since I've touched it, my neck's been burned. So I'm not happy about that. Ooh. I swear to drunk, I'm not God. Well, since you haven't responded, mate, I am gonna... Oh, there you are, you've been typing a lot. Never mind, I'll be quiet now. Oh, that's my fault. Oh, not at all, I'm not into this thing. I'm pretty much a normal guy and I spend what I can to sell most of my teenage into the studies and academic scores. Typical Indian family, never get enough time to focus on other things. Don't worry, mate, what you're doing now and what you're doing in your life, this is for the future. This isn't... Again, if you look at the thingy as well, it's in entertainment. This isn't like... Listen to me, I'm giving you life advice. I'm just talking about spiritualism and Gnosticism in terms of this story that's happened recently between me and another person. And I was just going to go through the whole thing. It's not one of those spiritualism, like spirit science. It's nothing like that. And I'm not like a Jordan Peterson kind of guy. Nah. I'm going to talk to you about the way things just are, and I will help you relate to the way I'm thinking. It's nothing to be put off by. Just think of it more... If you're already here wasting time clicking around looking at stuff, you might as well indulge in a tiny little bit of different thought. You know what I mean? It's like when girls and women and mothers and aunties are always watching murder shows. Why? Why do they want to watch murder shows all the time? You know, don't know why, they just seem to do that. But then they do split off and they go for love stories, they go for drama, you know what I mean? It's, yeah. Till 16 completed school and 21 completed engineering and now do a job, typical rat race guy, you know. Yeah, exactly. You're too busy to think deeply about this shit. There are people out there that can think that way. Also, those people wouldn't have time to think that way if they was in your shoes. So it's only fair that we split the responsibility. I had this conversation yesterday with somebody else. It was a 21-year-old kid, and he was asking me why I'm playing my music outside in the street. And I gave him my story, I told him stuff. And I says to him, what are you doing? What do you do with your life? And he was like, me, I live at home with my parents, but I'm a welder, and I weld all the time, a full-time job. I was like, oh, okay. And he went, but I want to quit. I want to quit this job. It's not satisfying. What do you mean it's not satisfying? First of all, you're 21. You don't know what that really means. Tell me about your job. Do you like the people you work with? Oh yeah, they're funny and they're nice, you know, I like them. It's a good workplace to leave you alone and work. Or they talk to you and keep you happy. You know, the boss is decent and works well. My work, and I asked him, when you weld, are you confident in the thing you've done and you can move it along and just say to yourself, yes, that's fine. Nobody's ever come back saying it's fucked up. And he went, no, it's always been good. Brilliant. Don't fucking quit. The job, satisfactory or not, somebody out there would kill to be in your position rather than not. I would love to have that full-time job, living at home with my parents, not having to pay rent, having a full-time job, you know, 21. Easy. That's an easy life. He's got to be even more happy. Even I'm not happy or satisfied with. But that's the point. And I was trying to tell this kid that it's not about the satisfactory of the job itself. It's whether or not the job makes you feel bad. Do the people at work make you feel like shit while you're there? Do you walk away from work thinking, God, I feel fucking awful. I can't believe... You know, is there anything like that? I don't think so. Is it, well, you know, I want to do something I enjoy? No, you don't. You want to do something. End of. You have a purpose and you're capable. Always sticking overtime, you know my job nowadays, 9 to 9. There you go. That's another point too. When you do put in the overtime, it's because you're good at the job. That's all. You wouldn't be able to put in overtime if you suck at the job. If you're a shit worker and you're doing overtime, you don't have to do overtime, mate. We don't have any for you. Oh, why? It's like, well, he's took the overtime. That's why. That guy's better at the job and he got the overtime. You know, that's how it'd be if you were shit at the job. But you get to do it because you're good at the job. Does that make sense? So you can't throw that opportunity away just because there's a couple of things in there that are a little bit dissatisfying. I need more breaks. I want to take more self-care. No. Your job helps the world tick. Without you, in that job, someone's got to have to fill it and be just as good, if not better, than you. Do you think that can happen? Until you can know that your job's being replaced properly, you really can't leave because it's just responsibility. Ethically, you can't do that. You know, and that's how I tried explaining it to this kid. People would kill you for the opportunity to say, I want that life right now. You can live in my shoes, living on the street, begging for money. I'll take that job. And he went, huh, you know what? You know what? My job is actually pretty good. And I went, exactly. You're 21, mate. Now, when you're 40 and you're thinking the same thing, you're going to realise what a really shit job can really be. Because it ain't this. What you've got and the way you're talking about it, it's not this. I mean, even me playing my music, it's not shit doing the thing. It's shit if I'm shit at the thing. And to be honest, I never wanted to be all this engineering to IT job when I was a kid, like 12, 13, I wanted to be a drummer. But here's the thing. Now, you can still be a drummer, nothing's stopping you. But like you said, you're too busy to think about other things. You're too concentrated. So in the moments you have downtime, this is how I explain it to guitarists and other musicians, but mostly guitarists. I'll say to them, when you watch a TV show for 40 minutes and that thing just keeps ticking along and you just sat there watching the TV screen. Okay, the show's over now, bedtime. Really? No, in that time, watch the show. Hold a single chord. Just hold it. Don't play it. Play it once. Make sure the strings ring. Hold it. And then wait. And then a minute or two later, just play it again. Okay, back to the show. Just keep watching the show. And within half an hour, your hand is going to learn to be in that position. Do that for a few weeks. A few weeks. Every time you watch that show, once a day, 30 minutes a day, just hold that. And make sure all the strings ring and that's it. Nothing more. Now, I can't say the same for a drummer because that's way more active and way more involved. So I can't really say, when you're watching a TV show, just fucking drum. No, I'm sorry, it ain't gonna... Maybe the best you can do as a drummer is do like tap exercises, rhythm exercises on your legs and your couch. You know, your right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, 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 left. Nah, you know what I'm talking about. You get it, drummer, and you could do that. You know, but with a guitarist, I say that because you don't have to make noise. But with a drummer, I'd say replace that time with the TV show. Replace it entirely. Fuck the TV show. Fuck that 30 minutes what you're doing there. Replace it with drums. Do it for 6 months. 30 minutes every day for 6 months. For you, that's going to be 30 minutes of maybe I can get it done. But in 6 months' time, it's going to be different. In 6 months, it'll be, what else can I do? You know what I mean? Instead of how you started. It's all about allocating where you have downtime. Because that downtime isn't downtime, it's just when you have nothing to do. It's not you don't want anything to do, you have nothing to do. Nothing productive. If you want a nice dinner, spend 45 minutes, an hour preparing all the vegetables and meat. And then you're going to cook it for 30 minutes and sit there and watch it? No. While it's cooking, you're going to clean the pots, you're going to make the kitchen prepared so it can take the food when it comes out. You're going to use that time efficiently. It's the same idea. Does that make sense? I saw that. Now I don't feel that confidence or, the energy I had when I was 12. My brain said, I can't start right now and I'm getting... Well, you see, only 22. Oh, man. Here's the thing, yeah? Your parents have done a good thing by helping you understand responsibility and working ethic. To have a work ethic is the first spark. Now all you've got to do is figure out, not right now, figure it out slowly. Just be like, maybe yesterday I could have done this for half an hour. Maybe. And it's the same for exercise. Instead of doing the drums or doing TV shows, someone had to go for a run for 30 minutes. And when you come home, go to sleep. Okay, go lift weights for 20 minutes. It'll matter in 6 months' time. It's the same deal. It's brain exercises. You are teaching yourself to do something. You are telling your brain, pattern recognition. Do this, it's better. Beneficial recognition. And keep doing that. This is how drug addicts happen. Someone takes drugs and goes, this is to make me feel better. Ooh, I'm doing drugs. And then 6 months down the line, it's give me that, I need it. Why? Why do you need it? Pattern recognition. The brain thinks that. Now, if you can say, give me that, I need it, for the drums, for exercise, for drawing, for doing a different thing, whatever it is, if you can train your brain to be addicted to that thing, you're on the winning streak. You can do something then. This is how people like Arnold Schwarzenegger became who they are. This dude who was like, I want to build. Yes, look at me. Oh, I'm so big. I'm Mr. Universe. Oh, I am an actor. I am a producer. I am a director. It's like, okay, fine, we get it, mate. When you put your mind to something, you can do it. You know, it's the same idea. And he did that. And he's just an Austrian dude who got fucking muscly. And people went, he's huge. And then they looked at the movies and went, wow, he's huge. And now he's fucking 18. Like, fucking hell, that guy is still huge. It's mental. But neither I have the energy as... The energy part is part of Peter, mate. You do have the energy. You really do. This is why it's half an hour, but I don't say that. 5 minutes. Just give it 5 minutes. Then stop. It's not about doing it for a long time. It's just doing it at all. When I talk to old musicians, like a guitarist, I'll say to them, don't play the guitar. Just when you go to the living room, pick it up, play a single chord and put it down. Just make sure you can hold a chord and then just put it down and go watch TV, go do your things. Next day, you'll be like, yeah, I'll do a chord. Dang. And then the next day, and then before you know it, the musician comes out of them. You know, there's the drawing part. When I'm doing my thing for the game, I don't have the energy or the motivation to do my game, but I need to train my brain to do that. Is this making sense? Is this making a little bit of sense? Because I don't want you to think that you can't. It's whether or not you know you can tell yourself to. And you won't be able to do it overnight. That will be impossible. That's impossible. Overnight? No. No. One thing. A minute. Do it for a minute. Whatever it is. But it isn't about doing the thing in replacing of something else. It's about realising you can. And that's another thing too. Because you've got that work ethic, your body has said to yourself, when I am at work, I'm going to give my 100% energy. So when I come home, I am now drained. And work, what I have earned my money for, that has given me a sense of purpose for the money. You know, and you feel good about it. Some people who are shit at the job, some people who half-arse it, I bet you they go out on a weekend and get shit-faced. Come back on a Monday and then do an even worse job. Then on Tuesday, Wednesday, they're doing a little better. Then Thursday, Friday, they're shit again. And then they get paid, and then they go back out and they fuck up. I bet they do that. Whereas you, by the sounds of it, you're more sensible. You probably get a couple of drinks at home when you're watching a movie. And then you cook your own food, healthily, properly. And then you see my point here. There are different things you've done that you don't even realise help you. There are so many different things. And those things are small little addictions. Everybody in the world lives in that space. So I do hope I have somewhat given you some kind of understanding that it's possible. I ain't saying everybody can, I'm saying everybody has the opportunity. Some people can't drink at all, some people can't have coffee, some people don't like being in crowds, because to them they don't have the energy to entertain 10 people. That's not the truth. The truth is you don't realise those 10 people don't care about the one person. They really don't. You've got to care about yourself way more. You seem pretty much experienced. Your talk makes sense. I hope it does, thank you. If I ever get a chance to visit, I'd love to have a small chit chat. That'd be fantastic, dude. I mean, I do have a Discord where people can just jump in. No one's jumped in yet, but I want to start putting my engine and my ideas or my executable files in there so people can use what I've made. Thirsty. But yeah, it'd be fantastic, because this is remember what I said, spiritualism and Gnosticism, the title, that was for somebody I've met today, or rather a story that concluded, kind of, today. And I was just talking about that. But this kind of talk I've just had now, same idea, okay? Gnosticism is just another word for knowledge, basically. Are you a Gnostic? Do you care about knowledge? And it seems like you do care a little bit. Bye, it's past 11. Don't worry, mate. Have yourself a good sleep. I'll see you around. Have yourself a great day, night, sleep, whatever. Enjoy your work. I'll see you later. Bye-bye, Sam. I might actually disappear and go for a shit. I don't have any toilet roll. Shit. Do I need one? I do. I do. Da 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 ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da 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 ba da ba da ba da da ba da ba da la da 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 da. Oh. Yeah, I think half an hour is decent time. I am gonna leave the stream running, okay, and then when I come back, I'm probably just going to immediately take a shit. So you might hear me taking a shit. I'm sorry. Felt that one. Any more money? Any more money at all? I shouldn't have spent it on food. What am I doing? You're pretty good. No to the money. No to the money. Ugh. Fucking euros. Fill that up now. No, it's all right. So I'm not going to shop. It takes too long. I found some. I found some napkins. They're going to be awful to use, but should be worth talking about afterwards. I'm going to tell you how I got all shit on my fingers now. I need this because I don't have a light. And I really want to know if I shit on my fingers. I need my comfort blanket as well. It's spelled CUMFOOT. Ugh. Anybody miss me while I took a shit? Could you hear me straining? Oh, that'd be awful if you could. Get your tits out, get your tits out, sweat it like a beaver. No trip to shop needed. Oh, that saved me a while. What was I talking about? I've forgotten what I was talking about. It was something. Fuck. Can't do that with that, can I? You got your nipples on the stream. Fucking pathetic. Well, man, don't lactate or get hard upon arousal. Oh, such a shit. I have to rip my shirts off and stuff and make like vests. Yeah, this atmosphere looks so much better. I'll keep this for a while. So, Chris, following Sadgad. And I've always been trying to tell him these things, that I've already been through it by the time I was 14. There's nothing new, there's nothing better. It's just the same. From start to finish, it's the same. The only difference is now the things you'll learn along the way. And if you don't learn anything along the way, you are wasting the only opportunity that's been given to you. I'll put it that way. Probably have to put it that way. Because you had to... And because you had to waste that opportunity, he's going to see... He's going to see more things that he doesn't like. And he's like, oh no man, it's not like that. Things are all cushy. You got to be in the right mindset. If that's you, that's your problem. You've got issues if it's like that. And I went, kind of. And I tried explaining to him, this is after months and weeks of talking to each other. And I tried explaining to him in very simple, respectable terms. You can think what you want about the universe, you can think you know stuff, you can think that something makes sense for you. That's all fine and dandy. Well done. Fantastic for you. Bully for you. Everyone wants more of that for you. No matter what, we all want that for you. We want you to feel like your life is worth something. Even though your mum's dead, you're kind of a little bit sad, you're a little bit, upset. Don't really matter. You can do this. You've got this. And I tried my best at being the reasonable kind of person. And eventually, this is a few weeks ago, I says to him, maybe a month or two ago, look dude, no matter what, no matter how this works out, you have to play the game. It doesn't matter what you think, doesn't matter what you think you know, the game has to be played. Meaning, you have to interact with other people on their terms, not just yours. You need to meet them halfway. He's like, yeah, but most people don't know. So exactly. And because you're aware of that, it is now your fault if nothing comes out positive. If you choose to be aware of the fact that these people don't know what you know, and you still, out loud and proud, say the words, oh, well, I can't help you if you don't know. Yeah, but you can. But you fucking can. The problem is you don't know, Chris, because if you did know, you wouldn't have to constantly say, well, Sadgad does this, Sadgad does that. No one cares. No one cares. What can you say about it? No one talks to me and listens to what I say because I am preaching anything. They listen to me because what I say happens to resonate, because I meet people halfway. I don't just tell them, if you don't do this, it's wrong. And that was a few weeks ago. And his first instinct to me, when I said that, you have to play the game, it doesn't matter who you are. And even if that game pisses you off and makes you upset, it doesn't matter, that's the game, you have to play it. Because if you don't, then nobody around you knows how you think or feel or want. And then he says to me, it's just you though, innit? People like you, angry little men, angry short men. And I went, alright mate, I'm finished talking now, it's alright. He's like, oh, why, have I got on your goat here? Have I put something on you that you shouldn't have had? And I was like, no, you've gone for the personal attack when all of this is just idea talk. All of it is idea talk. Not once have I said to you that you're a fucking idiot for listening to Sadgad. He's a goddamn arsehole. I don't like him. Okay? He's a fucking charlatan. I don't like him. Oh, well, you just don't understand what it is. He gets it way more than you do. Nope. Sorry. I've been doing this since I was a kid, and I've seen the way things work out. You know when you're a child and you've got ideas? Let's say you're 14 years old, you've got ideas. 15, you've got ideas. By the time you're 20, you've left school now. By the time you're 25, you've probably been in work. Are your opinions the same? Far, far beyond what they were as a child, because what you had as a child fit that environment and that societal moment. what most people seem to forget ignorantly is that as you change and the world changes around you, you get the opportunity to influence it to the degree where if you pay attention, you may have done something, said something, no matter what it is, something about your existence has spread, and you notice it across the ocean. Why is it over there? What's going on? Why is that across the ocean? Why is that person repeating something I said, not in silence, but in seclusion with me and a few other people? Well, there was that camera. It was live, but no one was watching. Was this one of the people that was watching? Out of the fucking 10 people? No way, don't believe it. It's gone. And that was 5-10 years after. How about you come up with a phrase and a lot of people take it as their own? What if you invent something that everybody knows about and nobody believes you invented it? Nobody. Even though I have exactly the right blueprints in my mind, exactly how I came up with the idea, when I remember the fucking year, because I was in a certain school only for a short amount of time. So I had to have been that old, at most. If I was even younger, even more incredible for me. But I've said, in 1998, I conceived of and invented a working version of Guitar Hero. I made that. You're welcome. I created it. However, mine was Rocksmith. That's what I made back in 1998. I invented that shit. That was me. Do you know how I did that? I put a couple of technologies together and threw them on a fucking guitar and it worked. It worked. The idea was solid and sound. The only problem was computation. You couldn't really do what we do now. You couldn't do it back then because everything was just a little bit too slow. By the time you got the results, it wasn't worth it. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. My point is that if you really want to, you can influence the world just by being. And if you've noticed that you've done something, 8 billion people across the world, we've all influenced each other somehow, some more than others, but you will notice something of your own elsewhere. And then you're going to question yourself, did I come up with that? Or did someone say it to me and I thought I made it up, just as that person thought they made it up? What if someone psychologically tricked all of us into thinking this? I'm the originator. You never know. They could have done that. They could have had this technology long in advance and they've gone, we need to let some people think they invented it just to kind of drive them forward a little bit. Okay. We need to let some people think they've got a motive. Look at Tommy Robinson. This guy, who's done a lot of things in his life, has started recently to turn to religion and say, oh, God pushed me in this direction, God this, God that. Who put the idea of God in your head? Why is that there? Why does it matter? I thought what you was doing was for the country. If it's for a God, I don't see the difference between you and Islam. Not a difference. Do you know what I see? Different oppressors. Back to the story. So, I was talking to Chris again today. He showed up one more time. And as he's talking to me, I start discussing with him an idea I've got. And I'm in the middle of doing it, okay? This idea is in the making right now. I am trying to recreate a pantheon. I want to make a new religion. However, from very first thing, page 1, none of this is real. Page 1, line 1, front fucking cover, none of this is real. This is not reality. Don't listen to... And then you know what Chris says to me? He goes, oh, you mean like the world and everything is like in the Matrix? I said, no. I said, the book. I said, the religion. I'm talking about the religion, mate. Keep up. I'm not doing this fucking secret fucking coded shit. It ain't happening. He thinks it's going to work if you do... And he thinks nobody wants any control. He says to me, why are you doing this? And I went, because people need control. People want something to aim for. People need something to guide them. They need it. You need it. I need it. Everybody needs it. Nobody accepts it. And you know what he says to me? I don't need it. Don't know what you're talking about. Everybody needs it. Really? I didn't bring it up with him because it just didn't occur to me at the moment. But he follows Gad Zad as if he's some kind of fucking priest of some kind. Seems like you've gotten yourself some kind of guide, some kind of messiah, so to speak. But then, I started telling him that I wanted these gods to have their own lives and stories, and to have the people who read it, the people who believe in it, because this is why the world has become more degenerate. And I had this exact same conversation within 5 minutes with somebody else after Chris, whereas this took fucking ages to get through his skull. Took fucking ages. But it goes like this. People need religion and people need control for 2 reasons. They need something to aim for and they need something to care for. Whether or not it's care by fear or whether or not it's care by love, it doesn't really matter. I want to create a pantheon where everybody understands that they are technically praying to these types of deities, whether or not they exist, okay? Whether or not they're real. So, for instance, this is the first one I'm coming up with at the moment for these kinds of conversations, is the communication god. You pray to the god of communication. I don't know what his name's going to be. I don't know. Saeed or something like that, you know, because hello, how can I be helping you? I might as well, aren't I? So how many times have you sent a text or started a phone call and gone, oh, come on, please pick up, please pick up, please pick up? That, to me, is thinking there's a god of some kind that's going to somehow help you get that call connected. I need to make a connection. And as you're doing that on your phone, please pick up, please pick up, please pick up. As you're doing that, 200 years ago, exactly the same thing was happening. Sending a letter, giving it to the courier, going, off you go. Sitting at home for 2 days going, oh, come on, please tell me he made it. Tell me he's coming back. Come on, tell me he's got a message. Tell me he's written something back. Anything at all. Praying to the same God of communication. The same God of connection. Now, if you understand what I've just said there, I think we should do a pantheon of gods for all the little things in life. Just like we had with the Greek gods, the Roman gods, the Viking gods, the Mayan gods, the Hindu gods, My point is pantheons. That's what we need to do. With singular deities, you begin to become degenerate. Why? Well, my God lets that happen, so why the fuck does it happen why does it matter if I do this? Or, as long as I do it in the name of my God, it's like, stop there. No. The gods are there to tempt you and fuck with each other. The gods aren't there to help you. Okay? You listen to Greek stuff with Zeus, Athena, Hades. You pick these gods. Doesn't really matter. Pick a different country. Pick Egypt. I don't care. When these gods had squabbles, the earth would be, oh no, look, Zeus is having a fight with someone. He's angry. He's throwing lightning bolts. Oh yeah, it's Athena. She's cheated on him. Oh, the goddess of love has cheated on him, and now he's angry and he's flooding the world. Or Poseidon and him are having a fight, and so they're having a fight in the ocean and it's spewing onto land. Oh no. All these different kinds of things that you attribute to them doing something. Not them for you, just them doing something. And the whole point is you saying to them, you know what, Zeus, if you are there, mate, just do me a favour. Make it rain a little bit. That'd be nice. A thunderstorm, just something for the crops. Anything at all. Later on in that day, you set fires. You start burning stuff and going, please, God, please notice the sacrifices I'm giving to you. You're putting smoke, soot, ash, pollutants into the air. It's all filling up. It's going to seed the clouds. The clouds are going to seed, collect, and rain. You're going to call that God. You're forgetting all of the tiny little things you're doing in between. Okay? That's what you're doing there. This is why when you scientifically separate gods from methods and outcomes, you really kind of, a little bit, destroy the meaning of a human mind. The human mind is there for control. Whenever we're in a job, an institution, or anything where we're doing something for someone else, you are doing it under the proviso that they give you what you need to finish. They don't give you what you need to finish. You're like, well, I mean, I might be capable, but I don't have the means. So, yeah, exactly. So you're lazy then. You're lazy because you're not completing it. No, I just don't have it. I have to till the fields, and now the till I've got is broken. I wasn't given a spare one. It's like, well, you shouldn't have broken the first one then. It's like, that's not how this works. If I want to keep the job, I need to have spares. I need to have the ability to do this. No, I'm the owner of the field, and I bought you one till. You broke it. Now you've got to do it with your hands, and then buy a new till with your money that you're getting at the end of the week anyway. Why? Why? What's the point? That's a god putting his own fucking problems onto the people beneath, and that's what I want to do. I want to make you realise that these gods are something not only to be feared and recognised, but these gods are everywhere. And not just everywhere, you have to pretend they are everywhere. And I mean it as well, pretend. The word pretend. Like I said, page 1, front fucking face, whatever. This is not real. Don't take this as verbatim literal. Okay? And I want these pantheon gods to be the typical ones, of course. God of war, God of love, you know, the God of wrath, the God of fucking forgiveness, the God of waiting sins, the God of the afterlife, maybe the fucking ferryman, whoever. I'll just make up whoever. And I'll make all these gods, and I want them to be able to tell people, look, the earth, whether or not you think it's responding, will respond, no matter what. If you pollute the earth, the volcanoes, the rain, the everything's going to become tainted and toxic to you. If you care for the earth, then it'll care for you back. If you plant enough trees to take in your carbon dioxide for your oxygen coming out of the tree. If you was to do that, then that's more of a trade. That's a, I'll feed you if you feed us. Does that sound fair? That sounds fair. I think that's a good idea. It's a good trade-off as well. So we'll do that. How about I keep burning all of the trees and chopping them down? Well, carbon dioxide is going to rise. It's going to become more toxic. Yeah. Oh, well, we'll plant more trees. Yeah, look, these trees aren't going to be as effective for at least, 300 years before they get as fat, as tall, as useful, as living. No, these are very small, thin trees. These aren't going to do nothing for a long time. Oh, we've planted 50,000 trees. And those 50,000 trees you've planted mean fuck all to the 5,000 fully grown trees you've destroyed. They mean nothing. Those 50,000 mean nothing. And then in 40 years' time, when they've grown up a little bit, you're still going to chop them down anyway. So I don't understand the difference or the point. Oh, we keep cleaning the ocean. Yeah, alright. But what made your boat? What made your nets? What made your everything to clean up the ocean? What made that stuff? The stuff you're cleaning the ocean up with made the ocean dirty. I don't understand it. It makes the hypocrisy in reality kind of really triggers me a little bit. That's a good word for it too as well, trigger. But the point is, and my deal is that with this spiritualism thing that he's going through and what he's really getting at is when he does his personal attacks, because earlier on today he did the same thing. When he does his personal attacks, I just go, I'm done talking, mate. If you have nothing to say, because at one point I was talking, right? I was getting a point across, and he goes, yeah, but and I was like, dude, stop interrupting, because you're putting me off and you've got nothing to say. He's like, oh, do you know I've got nothing to say? And I went, all right, then go ahead. And he said nothing for about 10 seconds. And I went, all right then, since you're not saying anything, as I was saying. So I carried on. And he was like, how do you know I've got nothing to say? I was like, you was quiet for 10 seconds, dude. What am I supposed to do? Just remain silent until you get your thoughts in order. You was interrupting moments before. Why have you forgotten already? It's because I've given you the stage and you had nothing. You just wanted to deny. And he went, people like you just aren't enlightened enough. People like you shouldn't be inventing gods. What do you mean people like me shouldn't be inventing that? We all need control, mate. Maybe this is the kind of control I need. Who the fuck knows? God or no God, the universe has a fucking sick way of talking to us. It really does. This guy really, really picked up back raw. It was terrible. It was awful. So I cut off that conversation. Half an hour later or so, another friend walks up, talks to me, and I went, hey mate, have me and you talked spiritualism and stuff and God and what's it? Yeah. Would you agree that most people need control? And he was like, oh yeah, definitely. I mean, looking at most people, they definitely need something to control them all the time. I was like, Brilliant. So we understand that. Chris don't believe me. Anyway, let me carry on. And I mentioned the gods thing, and he was like, that could help because there's a lot of people out there that might just need a little push in the small direction, like caring about Gaia, caring about the god of the earth. You know, if you upset the earth, Gaia's going to upset back at you. Okay, fine. So you're going to pick up that piece of rubbish and put it in the bin. Fine. You know, maybe the god of the weather so you don't burn as much and fucking pollute the air. Maybe. You know what I mean? Something out there that you can relate to for a moment. Because all these gods, all of them, momentary. And none of them actually act on reality. It's all about praying them to. And if they do act on reality, it's often their squabbles between themselves. And he went, yeah, if you look at all these other gods and the Hindus, and I was like, I know, it's exactly why I've come up with this idea. So if I didn't come up with this idea in this fashion, I really doubt, in quite the most honest way, that it wouldn't work. Because a singular deity would not fix it. That's why the world's become degenerate. And he went, yeah, to be honest, singular gods has ruined a lot of people. I was like, there you go. So you agree with me, just on principle. Whether or not it's right, do you agree? He's like, yeah, I don't know if it's right, but I do know it makes sense. I was like, perfect. So me and him, in seconds, agreed, understood, not just agreed, but also slightly disagreed. You know, he gave his points, I gave mine, but hit and miss here and there. Yeah, sure, you talk about your thing. And I went, Chris called me unenlightened. And he was like, you're unenlightened. I was like, slow down, I get it. But for the same thing I just said to you, he called me unenlightened for it. And he was like, huh, that's very interesting. I thought he was a smart guy. And I was like, I didn't say that. Not me. Another point, I've written this down here as well, I want to make to you before I leave or do something else. Another point is how knowledge has been made into something spiritual rather than having spiritual stuff being made into knowledge. So you can slow your heart rate down if you cross your legs and if you connect your ring fingers on both hands. If you connect these two fingers with your thumbs, you are connecting a chakra of sorts. It's basically putting a pulse trap on your fingertips, and as you sit there with your legs crossed and your arms out, you are stretching out your veins, your capillaries, and your everything. And as you sit there and breathe slowly, you close your eyes and just try to think of nothing. Doesn't matter what you think about, just try to think as little as possible. Just, I don't know, focus on the patterns that you can kind of see through your eyes. You know, as the light comes through your eyes and you can see the veins and stuff and the shadows being cast. Maybe the leftover image from when you shut your eyes. That leftover, oh yeah, there's still something there from what I just saw. You know, as you sit there doing that, what you're doing with these fingers here is it's causing a slight pressure with these. This is scientific now, okay? This is spiritualism made scientific, okay? So if you put these together, it creates the way your blood pumps. These two fingers being pushed this way, the way your blood pumps here, it creates a feedback and it causes you to slow your heart rate down as well, okay? You'll see the Buddha a lot of times with one arm like this, with one arm like that. You'll see it kind of like sometimes. I suggest legs crossed, probably right foot in front of your left foot. So if you're crossing your legs, right foot in front of your left. I believe it's that way for spiritual reasons. Either that or it's the way I sit. Who the fuck cares? I don't know. But when you do this, it forces your body into a state. You can't, this is physical fact. Your body gets put into a state. It's self-hypnosis in a way. If you was to put on some music, the way I did this as a kid, the way I learned how to do this as a child, I was about 13 years old, maybe 12. I went to the library. I read some books, non-fiction books, and some fiction books. And I found this section. I think it was mystics or magic. There it is. I think it was mystics or magic. And I was reading about witchcraft, I was reading about vampirism, I was reading about evolution, I was reading about this crazy lot of stuff. And reading the witchcraft one, I started reading about human psychology. Not at the same time, but I had the witchcraft book as well. But I'm reading psychology. And in the psychology book, it says to reach a state of lucid dreaming, it is best to practice in this form. And it gave me instructions on how to do this thing. And reading through the instructions, I did everything it said. Very simply put, easy for you to do. Be naked, totally naked, in a draft-free room, in a dark room. Close the curtains, close the doors. Don't let anything outside change the pressure of the room. Okay, this is important. Be as still and as lonely as possible. Just lay there. You can either have your arms across or you can have them straight down. Nothing can touch your body apart from where you're laid. Okay? Breathe. Sit there. Breathe. Legs straight, back, neck straight. So you want something. You don't want to have your pillow behind your head and have it cranked. You don't want it. You want it nice and straight so you can relax. And as you lay there, just lay there. It's going to feel stupid for a while too. You're going to feel real daft. You'll be like, yeah. Half an hour later, you're like, yeah, it don't work. Fuck that. 2 days later, 3 days later, you're going to try again. Yeah, don't mean now. Don't worry about it. It's going to happen. It'll happen. Because eventually you're going to teach yourself. You're going to learn how to think of nothing. You're going to learn how... And eventually you can possibly instigate an out-of-body experience. It's interesting to have. It's very interesting to have, especially when all you're doing is thinking about it. That is the truth. All you're doing is thinking about it, but the experience isn't deniable. It's undeniable. Once you've had the experience, nobody can say it was wrong because you know that you saw it, felt it, heard it the way it was. You know. You know, Gnosticism again. And when that happens, that's the first step to meditation. You've just been meditating. That's what you've just been doing. But what you've been doing is you've been focusing on floating to the ceiling, floating up, turning around and looking down at yourself. You focus on doing that. You tell yourself, right, I'm going to float to the ceiling. And as you do, you imagine, just for a second, just imagine, invent it in your own mind. Don't even think of it as real. Just be like, and I'm up there, and now I'm turning around, and oh, there's my body. La, la, la. I didn't see fuck all, but yeah, sure, that's the pattern. That's what I'm going for. And even though you're going to joke about it for a while, eventually when you're sleeping one night, you're going to be laid there and you're like, let's give that a shot then. And you'll just go to sleep, you'll relax, you'll be in a perfectly comfortable position, and you'll be sleeping, and you'll lay, and you'll rest, and you'll open your eyes, and you'll be like, holy shit, am I looking at myself? But what you shouldn't do is panic. The first thing you should not do is panic. Don't think about twitching your toes. Don't think about moving a piece of yourself. Do not, okay? Allow the hallucination, allow it to take place. Because that's what it is. We are manipulating the brain now. We are doing something on purpose. And when you do this, you are reaching a state. It's nirvana. I believe you're reaching a state called nirvana. And nirvana is a very special kind of state. It mostly revolves around your ability to, while you're in this position, think of something positive, anything positive. That time you ran down through the park, all the flowers were blooming, butterflies ran past your face. It was a beautiful day. The drink was perfectly cold. You're just jogging on the spot looking which way to go, and you run home. Yes, perfect. You drink and you sit down, you're at home and everything's ready. Put the TV on, your TV show's just started. Oh, perfect timing. Ding, ding. Oh, food's been delivered. Perfect. Run off to the door and get your food. Perfect day, right? Everything's perfect. Nothing is so not perfect. It's so perfect. Think that. Think the most positive things that have happened for you. Yes. Never once think of anything negative. Never. Don't do that. Do you know what the negative thoughts are? The negative thoughts, that is you, all negative thoughts, every single thing is comparison. Okay? Comparison is the thief of joy. So when you start having negative thoughts, oh God, why isn't, oh, I wish it was, when you start doing that, oh, I am comparing this to exactly that. Why isn't it exactly that? Don't do that. Wrong. Wrong. Comparison. Actually, you know what? That's more impressive. I like that. It's happening now in front of me. It's not what I thought it'd be, but I am happy it's happening. Awesome. Didn't ask for it. There it is. Thank you. No matter what, including the bad things that happen to you in life. Oh, my car's been stolen. Oh no, it's such a terrible thing that happened to me. Well, you know what? If my car wasn't stolen, I wouldn't have got on that bus and I wouldn't have made that friend. And then I wouldn't have gone to the pub and I wouldn't have been in that club and I wouldn't have become a darts champion. You know what? That car thief, where is he? I want to give him some money. You know, the positivity part comes out of it. You see, the car thief, oh, fuck you, you prick. You've got that car. I'm stealing your fucking car. Yeah. That's all he's thinking. Yeah, I'm going to get me some cash. Yeah. Oh, you want this car, mate? I'm selling it here. Favour. There you go. Yeah, I got me some cash. Whoa. Off he goes. Hey, that's the guy I stole the car from. He's a darts champion. Yeah, fuck him. Yeah. He's only a darts champion because of what you did. The positive thought. Now, the comparison is, fuck that prick for stealing my car. I only became a dart champion. What else could I have done with the car? Why am I stuck being a shitty darts champion when I could have been so much more? That car thief ruined my life. Comparison. Thief of joy. Comparison. You see, you start comparing things, you start realising it goes, even things in your life. Oh, you treated me better than this once. It's not fair now. Comparison. Thief of joy. He's like, cool. You treat me like shit. I don't want to be around you no more. Awesome. Thank you for telling me. Nice one. I'm going to go over there now. Yeah. Hey, I want to be your friend instead. Yeah. I don't like him, but yeah, I'll be doing this. What about you? Yeah. New friends. New joy. Comparison. No need. Oh, I used to have a friend. He did this for me, but then he did... Who cares? How good was the friendship? Oh, it was great. We went to the beach. We went swimming. We got a boat. We... always got stoned together, we played on a trampoline, we became really good at games, we played Xbox a lot, we'd go delivering newspapers, we'd go to nightclubs. Yeah, it was great friendship, yeah, it was fantastic. So why is he a cunt? Well, that fucker was stealing from me. And I don't like people who fucking steal from me, and then lie, and then tell themselves and other people that I'm fucking lying, when in front of my fucking eyes, they stole from me. The friendship was fantastic though. If I could tell him to be somebody else's friend, yeah. But then I'd warn the friend, yeah, his fingers are a bit sticky, be careful. It's a good friend though. Can be. So you've got to move on in life, and then when you start realising that happiness through the nirvana, through the meditation, you can do this. This arsehole Chris, oh, I've got to be facing east. No, you don't. You don't need to be facing a direction. That's religious speak. Oh no, when you're facing east, you're lining up with the Earth's magnetic field. Lie. 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 Liar. Liar. You're lying. That's what a liar does. You're lying. Anyway. Yeah, you can meditate in any direction, face any way you want. It doesn't really matter. You can meditate in a cell, you can meditate in a field, you can meditate in your room, you can meditate outside, you can meditate in school, you can meditate for 5 minutes, you can meditate on a bench. Do you know what meditation is? The word itself, I don't like it. I don't like the word meditate. Do you know what I like to think of it? I like to think of it as a purposeful mental reset. A purposeful mental reset. Oh, meditating. No, you're not. No, you're not. You think you've got a fucking shit life. You think everything's fucking terrible. Anything that fucking irks you is the worst thing in the world. So you need to sit there and, oh, I need to get it out of my body. Oh, it's such a bad thing. Oh. Oh, is it now? Oh, okay. Why is it a bad thing? Oh, it just wasn't nice. It was rude. Okay. Deal with it. You have to deal with it. Doing that ain't dealing with it. If you want to deal with something that massive, like a god, spiritualism and afterlife. I was explaining to him as well. He mentioned something about afterlife and people being afraid. And I says to him, dude, you don't understand. You don't understand why people are afraid. He was like, yeah, but you don't either. Yes, I do. I know exactly why people are afraid. Do you know why? Because I'm afraid, you fucking dickhead. You see, we were sitting on a bench at the time, a wooden bench, and we're sitting there, and he's going, yeah, but if you take away time just splits everything apart, but we're all together and we're all one if you take away time. And I was like, wrong. That's wrong. Yeah, but time and space to coexist. And I was like, wrong. That's not right at all. He's like, no, because without time you can't have space because time is distance. I was like, no. No, it's fucking not. Time is not distance. That is just how we measure time precisely. End of. Time is the evolution over a fucking hell. It's give me a second. The word, it begins with a P. It's persistent evolution. It's persistent evolution. That is what time is. Okay? Without persistent evolution, what's the point in time? If you could be an old man and a child at the same time, that means you're either young, fit, your skin's tight, everything's fucking working great, but you got the mind of an old man, so you're bored and lazy. Or you're all saggy and old and fucked up, and but you've got the mind of a child, and you're running around like an idiot breaking bones. Time exists because of the fucking procedure, the way it works. You can't have that what's the word I just fucking used? That over time. You can't have that over time. It's persistence over time. That persistence over evolution. Persistent evolution is what makes something exist. Without persistent evolution, it doesn't exist. Because in that case, there is no such thing as an atom turning into a molecule, turning into this, making that, making this, making those, making those, making this. It doesn't do that without persistent evolution. Just like we have persistence of vision, persistence of memory, that doesn't exist if time doesn't exist. The whole point of the persistent, otherwise you'd be able to pull from the fucking future. You'd be able to, it was like, yeah, but you can change your DNA. And I was like, no. What happens is your experience is turned into DNA and that can be spread. So if you're a fucking good hunter, if you're a fucking good fighter, if you're a fucking good forager, and you have sex with somebody who's a fucking good fighter, forager, or any of those other things, or a fucking fixer, or a weaver, or a doctor, the chances are that person being born is going to be able to do something like that because it's in the DNA now. We have put it there. We don't rewrite it, we add. DNA is additive, okay? There's a lot of stuff in us that is dormant. There's a lot of stuff in us that isn't dormant. There's a lot of stuff people have forgotten about. And he doesn't understand that it's the persistence of evolution that makes time. A light beam. We know a light, like a photon, from here to here, or from the other end of the universe to here, to that photon. Do you know how many seconds have passed by? A big fat fucking zero. To that photon, time doesn't exist. Don't exist. Time, no, none at all. Time don't exist at all to the photon because it's travelling not only so fast through distance, doesn't matter, no time. We measure the photon through distance to create time. That's how we've been doing that recently. The atomic clocks and all that shit. And that's the only way we've been able to do that. Otherwise, we'd use a fucking vibrating rock. We're like, hey, this thing goes da-da-da-da-da-da. We can measure that. Cool. Oh, cool, that makes a second. 2 seconds. That's perfect. We'll use this, we'll call it a quartz. Perfect. Beautiful. Aren't we fucking smart? You know, but that's all we've done. Persistence of evolution. That's all it is. We have found a couple of things in the universe that don't happen to seem to change, but we can measure the things they are changing. So we can do that. So things are changing around them. Atoms, things change around them. Molecules, all that other crap. We know it all. Well, I say we know it all. We know enough to know that we should know it all by now. And because of that persistence over time, that's why time has to exist, because of that fact. The universe isn't going because of time. No, the universe is as a persistence, and it's evolving. The universe is evolving, and because of it, it's created time. The space inside is what we're calling space. It's not actually space, it's just what we call space. We've seen it rip, we've seen it fold, we can see it do stuff. Space is unreliable. Space is unreliable. The space between me and you is unreliable. Fuck it. Between me, this end of my nose, and the camera lens, it's a stretch of my finger. A stretch of my finger from there to there. You know, it's mental. That's the distance. And for you, that's your screen. We have crushed distance to that. We have crushed it down. The difference is I can't cross the barrier. You can't cross the barrier either. So we've come up with a way. You can cross the barrier of text. You can send a message. I can send voice. I can send image. We can communicate. That's what's possible. But we have done that. We have crushed time and space to do this. Yeah, you didn't think of it like that, did you? We have created fucking wormholes. No, but it goes through a wire, and it goes through your computer, and your computer decodes it, and then your computer uploads it, and then there it goes from space, and then it goes from satellite, and then it goes down to me, and then I decode it. Ah! Yeah, it goes mental. It goes mental. But what happens between there and there? And as I was saying to this guy Chris, I was saying to him that time, the reason people are afraid of death is because the bench we're sitting on, this thing used to be a tree. This thing used to be an entire fucking tree. And he went, yeah, it still is a tree. And I was like, no, it's a bench. It's not a fucking tree. This is the in-between. He's like, yeah, but it's good. And I was like, it's in the end, when this bench is done, do you know what it's going to become? It's going to become a fucking rabbit cage. It's going to become rabbit food. It's going to become a rabbit bed. It's going to become fucking sawdust. Do you know why? Because the tree's lived out its use. It's gone. There's no more tree. But we can take this bench and put all the pieces together and go, oh, look, this is part of that tree. Yes, I can recognize that is part of the tree. Fantastic. That is why people are afraid. They think that this life is the tree. They don't understand that when they die, they are becoming the bench. They don't understand that something is going to happen where something is going to recombine parts of them, pieces of them, all of them, whatever, into something else. And when that happens, they will live again. Whether or not they are aware of it, whether or not they are conscious of it, that is just going to happen. It is just going to happen. You could go to a heaven, you could go to a hell, a Valhalla, you could go to Hades, you could go anywhere. It doesn't really fucking matter. You could go anywhere. A lot of people say you can die, be buried, and that's it. Die, be cremated, so I know I'm dead, the kind of thing. It's like, oh, great, thank you. There's so many people who want to die in those ways or be dead in those ways. To be cremated or to be buried. I want to be able to be, with my loved ones forever. It's like, that's not how bones work. But that's okay. I understand the sentiment and I understand the points. The point is, it's the in-between. If you don't think that you can become a part of the whole tree by going, you know what, I want to be a part of the big thing, I want to be buried. I want to be a part of the giant tree that calls human life. Okay, fine. I want to become a part of the earth life, I want to be dust. It's like, okay, fine. You want to do those things because you feel like there is a step between life and after. You don't ever think about the dying part. It's the in-between that scares every fucker. It's this bit. It's this bit. Because if anything afterwards is wrong, this is the wall. This is the wall and we can't get past it. We can be, I'm living life. No, I'm not. Yeah. What comes after? Can you keep going? Can you be good? Can you become a fish? Can you become a squid? Can you become an alien? Can you become one of Xenu's spirit things being sent through a volcano and be taken to a planet on a something, Scientology thing? Or could you ride to heaven on a pony? Or could you fucking be taken to hell by demons? Name things, just name things. And whatever it is you think you can do, whatever you think is coming after, the end is still there. To everybody alive, that end never gets passed. A lot of people go, oh, I can see the end, oh, I'm still here, though, oh, I can see the end. It's like, nah, but you're not, though. But you're not, though. You're getting there, and now you're coming back and going, I saw something. It's like, but we can't all die and come back and go, bullshitter. Just like we can't tell people, do DMT, man. See the world from a different perspective. Do DMT, man. Look at a laser. You'll see the code of life, man. Oh, you can't do that because it won't work. It won't work. It can't. Do you know why it won't work? Influence. The reason it won't work is that reason. Influence. The only reason it does work is when you're not influenced, when you feel like you have a choice. You see, this is the whole point of most religions that give you a freedom of choice. It's to help you choose them. Because, if I pick this one, at least it gives me the ability to choose. It does give you the ability to choose. Definitely. Until it doesn't. Every time. Almost every time. Without question. Almost every time without question. Can't make it. Well, I hope that makes sense anyway. I do hope that makes sense. Gee, my face is red. Don't you think? Now look at the line from where the sun's been. Oh, look at that. Oh. It's like I've just put on a mask. I promise I don't wear masks up. It's just my hair. Oh, there you go. You see that? See that? It's clear. It's clear. It's just part of where my hair's been. It's clear. Okay, I'll take it. Feels like that though. Fucking hell. I am bronzed though. I look at that shit. That's mental. And then you get that. Oh no! Look at my hands. Oh no! Fucking hell. I hate summer. This is gonna last until the end of winter, you know. It's gonna come to spring and I'll be like, oh cool, I'll get my tan back. Here it comes. Mental. I need to shave all this off. I need to get rid of that. Do I do sideburns? Do I keep them? Do I get rid of them again? I don't know what I do here. What time are we on? I am fasting. Oh, that's why, because of the fucking ham. Oh, the salty ham. I didn't think twice about that. Oh no. I don't have enough to drink. No. Are you hearing my stomach rumble? No way. I think I'm pretty much done. Ooh, horror movie. Ooh. It's less horror movie when it's like that. Let me do it like this. There we go. That's more like it, don't you think? I think this is more like it. Cool there. No. What, you don't speak sand people?